Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon and this is Behind the Enthusiast. Today we are back at it. The ATV, the carburetor is off, and now I have to take it apart because I need to figure out if anything inside of it is clogged up, like the jets, and to see if there's any gunk buildup as well on the bottom. So cross your fingers and let's get into it. All right, so I have this tub just in case something falls down. I don't want it to fly away from me, so hopefully everything falls into that. And I've also got this, just a piece of rubber. And it's supposed to hold the jets and the needles. So if I need that, I will put them in there for safekeeping if this takes longer than one night. And of course the carburetor. Got all this stuff here. So what I'm going to be doing is taking off this top section here, and hopefully I don't screw anything up. It's supposed to be straightforward, but as I've mentioned before, I am not a mechanic, so hopefully you guys aren't cringing too much as I work on my ATV. Alright, so I'm going to remove some of these hoses. They're just in the way at the moment. So that's the drain one. That one already came off. This other one might require some pliers. Alright, so that is now off as well. Just gotta remember, goes back on like that, facing down. And now, this is gonna be the tricky part. You guys have to be very mindful of these screws. Apparently they have a tendency to strip very easily. That's one of the things that my brother reminded me about, so hopefully I don't have any issues with that. This hose, I'll just tuck that under there for the time being, I guess. Out of the way. Should probably clean this as well, just so that I can inspect for leaks later on down the road. Well, these are stubborn. They're not coming off. That is not good. Okay. This is not going the way I would like it to at the moment. No. I have a feeling these are going to strip if I push any harder, so this is not good. Alright, well, this is not exactly what I had in mind, guys. I managed to get two of the screws out with the special red screwdriver there, the Phillips, and then I had to take this nasty looking saw out to put a slot in one of the screws, so far anyway. So, as you can see, I cut a slot in it, and thankfully flathead screwdriver worked. So that is number 3 of 4. So you guys can see one there, one there, one there, and this one is the last one to come out. So I'm hoping that this little trick of using the saw will help me get this thing finally off, and then I guess I will be on the hunt for 2 new screws, because it's probably a good idea to change the damaged ones out. Oh man. Well, I got that one out as well. They're not perfect, but they are off. So that was a pain in my ass, but I figured it out. Alright, so provided I've followed all the instructions correctly, those 4 screws are the only thing holding this on. So this should come off. Oh, here we go. Make sure I don't lose anything. Oh dear. I mean, maybe it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. Oh geez. Yeah, it smells like the old gas that was in there. Here you go, guys. I don't know if that's... There we go. That's the money shot right there. Really shows you guys how much crap is on there. I mean, the seal's probably all right, but it's definitely pretty gunked up, so I really need to clean this all out. And the float, I don't know if that... Alright, the float moves. I know I'm supposed to check for the float to move, so it is moving, so that's good. But lots and lots of crap all over this. And you can see the top here. The top, the very top is completely covered in crap. So this is really not what I wanted to see, because now I have to clean all this. So this video is a success for me actually getting this apart and doing this inspection, but there's so much buildup and everything. I gotta get some cleaner for this. I'm going to wash it all up. Obviously, cleaning it, it's not exactly an exciting thing. I mean, here's proof of how dirty this thing is. So obviously I'm gonna have to clean all this out, clean all these components. I'm gonna have to take that off. There's, I believe, the needle jet. I believe the needle jet is the one in there. So I'm gonna have to take a look at all those things. I don't know where, I think the other jets, yeah. The lighting is not the greatest, but the jets, I don't know which jet that is. I think the thing that's right on top is actually one of the jets, and I think there's 2 other ones. I think there's 3 in total there. There's 3 holes. So that is definitely not good. So I figured it out. I got those screws off, so I'm pretty proud of myself right now. However, this is way worse than I thought. Obviously, for someone who does this on a regular basis, it's probably not a big deal. They probably have it cleaned in the night. You know, just one night, probably clean it up and be done with it. However, I'm gonna have to make this one in 2 parts. So the next video is either gonna be the aftermath, where it's all cleaned up, which will be a good aftermath, or I will be showing you guys some more of the disassembly of these components, and it'll just be dragged out a little bit longer, but making some headway here, and that is always good. Well, guys, what did you think of this video? It's probably a short and sweet one for you guys. It was such a pain in the ass trying to get those 2 screws off. The first 2 were pretty simple. I just decided to use the, I don't know, it's nothing special really, but the red Phillips for some reason happened to work for the 2 of them, and the other 2 were super stubborn. So I had that saw there, and just when you guys are cutting in that little notch, just go slow. So make sure you're in a straight line. It does make it a little bit easier if the screw is at the right angle to actually go in one of the slots that's already there from the Phillips hole. So I did do that for the first one. However, the second one was a little bit more tricky. I scraped the housing of the carburetor just because I was trying to get it over as much as possible. So it's not dead center, unfortunately, but I did have to go at it at a different angle. But obviously it did work. So if you guys have to do that, you know, put the notch in it for a flathead screwdriver, and basically just take your time with it. And when you're actually going to take the screw out, have it sturdy. I actually had some pliers underneath it to kind of level it out, so then I could push down on it so I wasn't, you know, driving it on an angle or anything. I got a lot more even pressure, and then I just, you know, really dug into it and just slowly squeeze and turn at the same time. And then when you hear that, you know, that click, a little pop, you know it's loose, and that is a really good sound. Obviously, you want to hear that sound. You do not want to, you know, have anything slip out. So take your time with it. Obviously, I did that, and so, like I said, I'm pretty proud of myself, you know, so good job me. And if you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working, and let me know that you're glad I'm succeeding at this stuff, because, you know, not being a mechanic and having to troubleshoot and do things all on your own is not easy. Like I said, it's a pain in the ass. And this is proof that this is not a clean environment at all. There's just so much dirt and oil and everything else, and I'm having fun. And that's an important thing about this whole build. I'm learning a lot as well, getting a lot of feedback from all of you guys. My brother especially, he likes to give constructive criticism, if you will, about how I'm doing things and what I'm doing. So, you know, you're not gonna learn unless you just jump right in, and so that's what I'm doing. So if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Suggestions, by all means. The more the merry. And obviously I've got some cleaning up to do. So be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future content on the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.